Hello everyone, Vampire218 here bringing you my Week 2 battle of the PGBASL. This week, I, the coach of your Ontario Amistars, am going against Z-Man, the coach of the Elm Street Dark Rise. I just put out the team builder video yesterday, or earlier today actually, and since it had been made, he had made a couple switches on his team. The only switches I made were on Cobalion. I put Hidden Power Poison and Superpower on Cobalion just to take care of the Whimsicott and to ensure that I had another damaging move. So jumping right into things, we will see that I ended up leading with Cobalion here, and he leads with his Galvantula. Now I know his Galvantula is going to be going for webs here, and I really don't have an answer for that, so I just go for the Stealth Rock here, as you'll see, because I thought getting up Stealth Rocks should be pretty important this match. I mean, they do quite a bit to Monferno, and other than that, even Galvantula, if it comes back in, they'll do a lot too. So I'm pretty happy with having rocks, that trade right there. So I immediately switch into the Sand Slash, and I really don't care about the speed drop here. He goes for a Thunder, and I eat it like there's nothing because, you know, ground immunity. And he's forced then to switch into his Spiritomb. Now, his Spiritomb takes rocks damage, and he's thinking I'm probably going for a Rapid Spin, but as you'll see in my team builder video, I put Earthquake onto this thing just in case he had brought the Spiritomb, trying to spin block me, and I predict that he was going to go into Spiritomb, so you'll see here that I actually ended up clicking the Earthquake, and it does about 35%, which is really good, meaning that I can kill this thing in another 2 Earthquakes. So I EQ again, and I get it down to 15%, and it's really good. He tries to Hypnosis me and Sleep me, but it doesn't work, and even with the speed drop, I still outspeed him, so he goes for a Sucker Punch, and it does negligible damage, and then my Rocky Helmet just kills him. So the EQ here, it just does nothing. So now Sand Slash is going to kill. He goes into Mega Scissor, and it takes rocks damage. It megas and goes for the knockoff, knocking off my Rocky Helmet, but it does damage to him, and it's okay. I go for the Rapid Spin here just to get rid of those webs because I don't really want to deal with those for the rest of the match. So he switches out again into Galvantula. I'm assuming here probably to try and get the webs back up. I just Super Fang. My logic here is I didn't know what he was going to do. I just knew that I wanted to do significant damage to whatever he had done, whether it still be Mega Scissor or if he brought in something else. So he goes for a Bug Buzz here, and it does take me out, which is really sad, but oh well. And I go for Infernape here because I know that Infernape will outspeed and OHKO with a Rock Tomb. And I go for Rock Tomb here because of his Monferno, and I wasn't sure if he would be switching into maybe Monferno expecting a fire move. So that's why I went for the Rock Tomb, and it OHKOs. He goes into the Whimsicott, and he doesn't realize I guess I'm Scarfed yet, so I switch out. And I go into Cobalion here, which is my answer, and he Encores, and it does nothing because I didn't do a move. He U-turns, and, you know, he takes Rocky Helmet damage, meaning he ends up taking way more damage than I did, and he goes into Monferno. And I just go for the Hidden Power Poison here, which does really only a quarter. I take a close combat, and because I'm fully defensive with the Rocky Helmet, he takes quite a bit, meaning that my Volt Switch can just kill him. And I'm not sure if that crit mattered. I don't think it did because of the special defense drop. So I go into Kyurem Black here, and he goes into Whimsicott, which it makes sense. I just Iron Head though and kill it, and now I know that I'm free for an Outrage. I am Scarfed, however, so I just switch out here because being Scarfed, I didn't want to go for Iron Head again. So I switch out into the Sylveon, knowing that he's going to have to go for a Dragon move because, again, the Dragon's super effective against itself. I eat a Draco Meteor, it does nothing. He switches out here into his Mega Scissor, and I just go for a Hyper Voice just to see how much damage I can do. It does about 23%, I'm pretty happy with that, so I switch out again into Vaporeon because I know Vaporeon's bulky enough to eat whatever he would throw out, but he just goes for the Roost, and he knocks off, and he gets rid of my leftovers, and that kind of sucks. So I Scald him here again, see how much damage. It does almost half, which is good. And then he goes for a U-turn getting back to me. I don't get the burn on the skull, or going back to him. I don't get the burn on the skull, which really sucks. So now Vaporeon's really low. And I'm really hoping that that's not a... I guess it wouldn't matter either way. I don't know what I was thinking there, but his Scald hits, and then he goes for EQ on the Sylveon, and Sylveon eats it like there's nothing because it's very bulky. So he goes back into Mega Scissor, probably expecting a Hyper Voice, but I just end up wishing, and you know, he goes for Roost here to get some of his health back, and I slow pass this right to Cobalion, just so Cobalion can get that wish and be much better positioned for its health. I go for a superpower here, just trying to see how much it'll do, and it only does about a quarter, and that really sucks. So, but after my Rocky Helmet, he is forced to take 1 bit of damage. I'm pretty happy with that. Goes into Goodra, and I mean, I don't really care about Goodra. I just superpower again, and I mean, what's really interesting is seeing the Gooey. You know, he lowers my speed. It really doesn't matter. EQ with a crit here, massive damage. It really sucks. So I go out into Sylveon. I take another EQ, does 26%, but I really just don't care. And he goes for a Sludge Bomb, trying to kill me, but because I'm just so bulky, I'm able to finish him off with a Hyper Voice. And now he only has his Mega Scissor left, and I have Sylveon here. And Sylveon's poisoned. It doesn't really matter. He goes into his Mega Scissor. It takes rocks damage. I take a Bullet Punch and die, and it really sucks that I lost Sylveon here. But I did need to sack something to hard go into Infernape, and I just go for the Flamethrower here to OHKO. And it would have OHKO'd from full health, but either way, that'll be my Week 2 battle of the PGBASL. The Ontario Amistars, we pick up a nice victory in Week 2, so hopefully we can keep up this momentum in Week 3. If you liked the video and you want to see more Pokemon Draft League content, please leave a like, comment, share, favorite, and subscribe. Bye!